Hello, and welcome to the show. I'm going to make this real quick. Last night I rated the dog foods because I have a big dog and he was a little off his feed yesterday. So I got curious and I wanted to know the vibration of the dog food and was it edible for dogs, our pets? And I rated them on a scale of 1 through 10, and 10 being one being dead, no life force is one. It's almost inexcusable to sell a product if it's rated one. And 10 really doesn't exist. There were no foods that listed that high. But I did douse, what if a dog killed a rabbit in the woods and ate the rabbit right there? Guess what? That was the highest rated food for the dog. The highest frequency life force for him because it was fresh. And it goes back to his genetics. It's a fresh kill. He's taking in the energy of the animal and transmuting it to something else. And it's all part of nature, which we are part of. Real quickly, the bigger brands did not do as well. The whole industry is rated at 1.5 stars. So the whole industry is guilty. All the food is terrible. My fresh breast with brown rice and vegetable recipe, let's say a third of each, rated only 5 stars. But compared to everything else, that was bad. An organic version of that was 5.5. Was it 5.5? Let me see. Organic was 6.5. So I got 1.5 extra stars by going organic. So if you go near organic, you're going to get a better product. The fresher, the better. Near organic, the better. Things of that sense. And the meat should be, a healthy animal. When they were raised, they had a good life. Other things like Blue Wilderness, grain-free, got a 4-star. Where's the other Blue Wilderness? I had another one. Blue Wilderness can got 5 stars. So the canned foods always ranked higher for each brand, maybe a whole star. And that was interesting. And then let's see what else. There's this brand I never heard of. I never used it. Royal Canin Analergic, $99 for a bag. They got 6. Well, that why I said that, and then Kirkland Signature Can got 4.5 stars. So you get to the price. Oh, what am I willing to pay for how many stars of Christ Frequency Light in my food? And 4 Health Dry Food got 5 stars. Now that's pretty reasonable. That's $35 for a bag, and you get 5-star life force in that. And the winner, you want to know the highest? I'm going to put it off for a second because the contrast between the loser and the winner is really interesting. Purina, regular Purina dog chow, that big bag for about 45 pounds. It's usually about $24 a bag. You can get it on sale sometimes at $20 a bag. Their life force is 1.5 stars. That is like totally dead. And these guys going around suing everyone. And guess who they're suing? They're suing this company called Blue Buffalo. And Blue Buffalo, I was really surprised. I thought it was kind of a marketing scam. But their dog food is the highest life force of the dowsing experiment. And their dry dog food, let's see if I can find the dry dog food here. Blue Buffalo Life Protection is 6.5 stars. Easily beats the other ones by a couple stars. Blue Buffalo for large dogs is 6 stars. And then the overall winner was Blue Buffalo canned version, 7.5 stars. So this company looks, even though it has the same ingredients, same minerals, same vitamins, you kind of go through all that. The frequency and vibration of the food is 7.5 and Purina's at 1.5. And here's one. Old Roy is half a star, but it's cheap. It's real cheap. You got to feed your dog. My dog always got diarrhea on Old Roy, so and that's what made me do this. He got a little off his feed yesterday, and I know why. I figured it out. Alpo canned dog food, and when I grew up, Alpo was the top. If you had the money, you buy Alpo for your dog. The canned version was 3.5 stars. You know, barely acceptable. You know what I mean? And their dry dog food is 1, which is totally dead. No life force in there. The dowsing said 45% of this vibration frequency rating is based on the quality of the food. So it really matters where it comes from. So you can have 2 brown rices. Let's say I have brown rice, and I can just get the cheap one. I can get a little bit better brand name, or I can get organic, and each one will have a higher frequency. And then when it was picked and harvested, the fresher, the better. I would get a higher frequency. It was harvested recently. And this is the same for the animals and vegetables put into the dog food. The fresher, the better. And that's why I'm kind of jokingly say it, but when you go back to the genetics of the dog running in the woods, he kills the rabbit and he eats it right away. That's a very high frequency for that dog, for that animal. I mean, he's returning to his roots, and you can't get that. But Blue Buffalo got a 7.5 frequency and vibration rating on that. I had a couple other ones. What are my other ones? Blue Wilderness grain free, so we don't have any grains, but it's 5.5 star, and that was for large dogs. And I have a large dog, so that's why I tested that. And do I have anything else? So I think it behooves us. The industry average for all the brands was 1.5 stars, and that is Purina Dog Chow is kind of like that. And I didn't have time. There are just hundreds of dog food. Have you seen the list? It goes on and on and on. I just tested a few because it really shows that, and I believe Purina is suing Blue Buffalo. I haven't found out what's happening, but the arrogance of these companies over time, they got sloppy, and incrementally they didn't care what they put into it. And Purina argues that, well, we got all the minerals in it and everything you need for a healthy dog is there, but it has no life force. And I can't prove this. This is not a scientific meter I plug into the wall and I measure something. I'm not mineral content and vitamin content and protein and calcium and potassium. So this is just using the dowsing tool. This is called divination, for a reason. I'm divining, I'm using the frequencies through my subconscious over to the superconscious, and of course the cosmic matrix of the Christ Light. And we're measuring the frequency here and the vibration. That's it. It's not scientific, so, I can't go. But other dowsers should get similar readings. If you use a scale of 1 through 10, right there, and you use any kind of, you can use, sometimes I've used the divining L-rod. I like that. I'm practicing with that. And of course, I have a couple different, this pendulum is very sensitive, and it predicted the winner of the Super Bowl for me. But I never use that information for greater good. I mean, greater, like gambling. I keep it to myself or a couple family members. I kind of say, here he's going to, and even in the Super Bowl, I went 3/4 of it, and the Patriots were way behind. They weren't going to win. It was in the 4th quarter, and I go, hey, Dowsing, you're wrong. I mean, the Seattle's going to get it. And it goes down to the last play of the game. The Patriots made a miracle comeback, and the Dowsing did not change its mind merely because it was behind in an unwinnable position. It still said, no, the Patriots are going to win. This dog food, this is criminal. We're feeding food to our pets and animals. And as we evolve, we're going to insist on better quality food for animals. And I asked the Dowsing, I kind of went around and figured it out. Many of these dog foods can add 2 stars, and I'm talking about the lower ones at 1.5. They can go up to 3.5 stars, probably get to 4 without raising the price of their dog food. You know, they can do this. They have to change the way they look at their ingredients. They have to change the way, they got to say, how can we put higher quality, fresher food in here at the cheapest price? You see, instead of going, let's get the dirt cheapest food we can find. Well, the dead cow on the side of the road is the cheapest, you know, or it's still breathing, so we can still use them. Or you know, a rice growing in next to the city dump, which there are places is growing like that. And organic is not, you know, a cure or a definite, you know, it's going to be higher. And so that's why I use an expression, organic light. It doesn't have to be organic. You know, you're just making the effort to make it fresh and make it clean food without the pesticides, herbicides, hormones, and all these injections and, you know, things of that nature. So keeping the food clean in the cycle of life, and you'll get a high dog food, and your pet will be super healthy. And the issue with mine is my dog is very healthy, and he wants to play all the time. So if you want to give him these other dog foods, they probably won't want to play. They'll probably be sick more often. Matter of fact, they'll die sooner. That is what life force is all about. And you know, you're not going to change my mind by threatening me or anything like that. The life force is critical in all foods for all animals and creatures. And dogs are no different. Cats are no different. Gerbils and hamsters. And so the fresher, the better. And this was an interesting exercise. Do what you want. But I think if you go for, like for me, I'm on a budget. If you don't have any money, well, you can go for Diamond Nature. I get 4 stars, and I'm paying $35 for a big bag. That's not bad. If I can go up, I would go up to 4 Health. Dry dog food, I get 5 stars. Now, that's $35 for, I think, 30 pounds. So you start to get smaller bags as you go up for more stars. And 4 Health is kind of a good mix. If you're a really critical budget, Diamond. And I know people have been critical of Diamond, but it came in at 4 vibration. 4 Health is at the Tractor Supply store, I believe, and it's 5. And then if you have the money and you got a smaller dog, it's not going to eat you out of house and home. Blue Buffalo can, 7.5. Boy, but my dog would eat like, how many would, like 5 of those a day. I don't even know how much they are. I think they're a lot. So you get what you pay for on some of these special brands. And some of them, I'm not going to name the names, but I did name them in this video earlier. They cost as much or as more than Blue Buffalo, and you get fewer stars, life force. That is really interesting. So, and then here's my last one. I went through a health food organic food store a few days ago, and they had a dog section, little, you know, pet food. And I noticed they had, it looked like a 40 pound bag. It was $75. I said, holy cow, $75. So I came home. I don't know the name of the brand, and it's 5 stars. So you're really overpaying for a 5-star. I can go get half or get I can get more stars for half the price, or, you know, a third off the price. Okay, that was my exercise in dowsing dog food, and I think it kind of helps us to put pressure on the industry to improve their quality, and it'll help you kind of go and look at your food for your pet, and I hope we did a good job. Thank you. That was fun.